Welcome to PCGamer Radio. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and this is Star Trucker. I'm playing on an Xbox controller, and I recommend you do. Now let's get in, shall we? This is my truck, you can see here with a skull on it. Let's load it in. I've been playing 21 hours, baby. Let's rock and roll. Just on the autosave. Alright, let me tell you all about it, shall we? First we're gonna come to this Onyx station. First thing that I thought about this game was like, it's a pick up and deliver game, and it surely is at its heart and core. 95% of everything is pick up and deliver. You do have to get a certain truck into atmosphere sometimes, but sometimes if there's a bit of debris coming near you, you're not quite sure if it's going to hit you. The camera, the FOV on the camera is a real pain in the arse, but you just kind of, you have got this camera, but when you're going like 200 miles an hour in space, it's impossible really to judge it, and you do end up smacking into stuff. You can upgrade your truck, which I've done, of course, and it's all maxed out. I'm pretty much end game almost. And let me just come to this job board. I generally get it on this window. You see it's opening. Then I spin it around, and the docking camera. Ooh, docking camera. Let's get it in. This takes like a little bit of practice to do. Now, it took me a while to get this because, let me just get out of my seat. When you pick up jobs, oh, by the way, you can see my truck is an absolute mess. In fact, like when I put stuff on shelves, if something hits the truck, they just fly off everywhere. So it's and if you're trading, you know, it's like I always keep putting thing here, trash, right? I'll explain the ship in a minute, but there's a space that you've got to go outside in case you do some damage. You've got to repair a leak and stuff like that. So I'd come to a job board and I'm looking at the jobs and I'm going, I don't know where that place is, and I'd often drive away and have to drive back in. But if you actually get out of your chair at the job place, you can just go to the job board back here at your place here. So let's look at the job board. I pretty know where most of this stuff is now after playing 20 hours. And you can see that it tells you how much money you get. Not really important at this stage. I'm pretty much loaded. Although a service, because I've fully maxed out my truck, the truck needs to be serviced depending on how many miles you do, and the service at the minute is costing me 10 grand, so I do have to do missions to get money. Anyway, you'll see these gold icons here. The first one, that clock, you see the classification on the right. It's just in time, long distance, and valuable. Just in time ones are a bit of a pain in the arse because when you get to the zone, you're there early. Especially if your ship's upgraded and you're bulleting around space. And you've got to go and park park yourself in a parking place in that zone and then wait. So that little waiting step makes it a little bit slower. Now this is a beast, this one. Heat sensitive, long distance, valuable, heavy, multi-trailer. Now, it says you're only going to get 1,625 XP for this one, but I will show you that that's actually pretty good. So there's 5 things on that. I'll come back to job board in just a minute. Let's come back out of there. Now, so this is the skill tree. Almost maxed it out. I am going to keep playing. I've got one more mission, I think, in the storyline to do. I'm waiting for them to actually call up. But the way it works is, look at the just-in-time ones here, the ones I spoke about being a little pain in the arse. Now, that unlocks jobs with shortened delivery windows. If you get to level 2, it says it unlocks more narrow delivery windows, so even shorter ones. And then level 3 tight delivery windows. I love this classification because you're getting different types of jobs here. For example, if I go to long distance, excuse me, I'm drinking Coke here, it's very gassy. Increased delivery radius, even longer radius, and even more radius. So super long distance jobs 3. Notice you're getting more XP, and if that XP is cumulative, so I'm basically got 10% plus 25 plus 50, which is 85 bonus XP plus cash bonus and all that stuff. Let me just talk you through this because I do find it very interesting. So valuable loads, level 1, new valuable loads, and super valuable loads. And you've seen that they do mix up. Often I'll get these oversized loads that get bigger and bigger and bigger, and an oversized one is generally that I like doing long distance 3 jobs with an oversized load 3 job with a mix in of valuable loads 3, and sometimes you get a heavy load 3. These are really cool. In fact, a heavy load could be an asteroid, a small asteroid. I recently did a level 3 which was a large asteroid, which was really tight to get round things. But this is great because when you're leveling these up, you're going to be getting new missions that give you these bonuses. And I never seen a hazardous load. I don't know where I'm picking these up from, but I really have not seen any yet in my 20 hours. These are bloody rare, they are. But and the ones that I don't like are these fragile loads, because if you're slamming down the road at 200 and then you slam the brakes on for the pull, you can cause a little stress on the valuable load. So you can't really go fast in these. They're kind of slow, which is why I've not gone from them. But yeah, so this is the last thing I'm going for. These bits here, cargo clearance, these are giving you more cargo. If you look up at the top though, where the skills is, it says I've got 395 kilograms of allowed weight. That's the crap that's flying around my car. I'll speak about that in a minute. So this is the stuff that's in my car. You can pick stuff up, and I've got a hidden compartment which you'll get, which has some illegal stuff in it. You do get security checked, but if they're in your hidden compartment, you're good to go, and all that stuff. This stuff's almost dead, basically. It's going out of date, this food. The map itself, if you look closely, you'll kind of see that there are zones. In fact, right to the far right, just to the north east of Solitude, there is another point there which should get me 100% of the sectors explored. Excuse me, take a drink. Sector 3, which is this bit at the bottom, I actually unlocked this Sector 4 first, which was very cool because Sector 4 without Sector 3 meant I had this really interesting pipe to come down and deliver stuff to Solitude, for example, and then I'd have to come back this way. The Bermuda Gap is an incredible zone that you've really got to go for a pipe. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Basically, this first zone out here, the space is okay. Just follow the lanes, not much crap falling around. Go to this second zone up here, and you've got like light. It's the most annoying thing in the game, light, where you've got to close shutters on your ship and just look at the camera. It can be really dodgy. Zone 3, you have to stay in the lanes, and it actually feels more tight that you've got to actually follow the lanes and the signposts around, because super dangerous. And when you get out to these stuff like Solitude, which is end of the road, or Dustbrook, end of the road, brilliant places. Like, it's just the really cool how all these places are when you get there. and going around. You get these super express ones. For example, if I need to get out to Bermuda Gap, just for example, and I'm at Onyx here. Atlas Prime, get the super quick road to 3 Kings, go down to Spark City to King's Weave, so I'm basically boosting with them, doing it that way. Alright, that's the maps, brilliant, loved it. Loved exploring around. If you zoom in on these, you get to see the services and stuff like that, so if you need, I was often up here running out of fuel, and I'd have to look at this to kind of see. Oh, the red stock got fuel in there, because up here, not really much fuel, and all that stuff. And it gives you kind of a danger. So the red one there means you're going to potentially get heat. Shatterstone, that means there's a pirate shop there, but you've got to scan for the pirate shop. And you can see these have all got vortexes that you've got to scan, which is why you can't go off the beaten track, because vortex is basically going to trash your ship when you go in them. These zones have got lightning in the zone, so you need to have lighting protection and stuff like that, so it is fairly interesting to go around. Hang on. Convoy then. This should really say main mission, because I ignored this for so much time. Excuse me, because when you play it, you're naturally getting these things, because as you're unlocking skills, I didn't realise that it was unlocking some of these missions. For example, Barrow here, he wants you to have this skill, trailer permissions, so you can get multiple trailers, and you couldn't unlock these other missions unless you had the other one over here, which was another one, so you get 3 things on it. So yeah, as you can see, you've got Barrow, Red Eddie, Sour Candy, Moon Baby, Dusty Bear. I've been doing missions for all of these. Sometimes the missions dovetail into someone else's mission, which is cool, and I've frankly really enjoyed it. In fact, my biggest bugbear about doing these is you don't really get any XP or money from them. They're just doing it for nothing. And often you've got repair damage, you've got to do, because sometimes they're going on a long trip, and sometimes you've got to do a service on your car, and it's like, on your truck, and it's like, can be a bit tight. I will say that the game is extremely punishing. For example, over here, I'll show you the ship now. Oxygen generator. That goes down like a real bitch. You've got these filters that you can put in here. What I've never really needed to replace a filter. They just don't go down. That's probably because I've gone in the settings, and you can kind of tweak the game. Because when you go in, it feels like a simulator, and it's an absolute bugbear, because even before you've gone through a zone, you've got to get outside of your ship, get repairing all the time. If you hit one thing, you've got to stop the ship, get out and repair it. Annoying. Just look at these panels. So I basically went into the settings and I said, calm all these systems down to the lowest simulation, please. I don't want to be dealing with all this stuff all the time. I have had to come in and replace batteries and chips and stuff, which has been okay through my 20 hours, but I don't like doing it every 10 minutes. It's a little bit, it tweaks too much. Now, emergency brake here, we have grabbing the mic if one of these people are talking to me. It is quite good how that's done. Sometimes you're in a zone and it can be quite cold, so you've got to turn the heat up. I have had a few cases where I've got to switch my headlights on and off. Fuel is based in minutes, and I don't know why in the settings when you start it's on standard fuel, and you've actually got to go into the settings and say I want premium fuel. Why is that not at the fuel tanks to just say give me premium? Because standard, if you don't go in the settings and change it, gives you 30 minutes of time, whereas premium, more expensive, gives you an hour. And when you're going out towards the black, You want an hour, especially when you're doing long hauls. So really, it's a game you've got to go and tweak, and I wish the developer just said normal mode, where all this stuff isn't so hyperactively on fire all the time. And especially when you're wondering about, you know, it's like, oh my god, there's something needs doing, and something needs doing. This stuff just gets in the way. And when you remove the power cell, you're wondering, when am I going to get a new power cell? You just buy them in the shops, basically. And that's a power cell plus plus, which means it'll last a lot longer. Oh, look. This crap. Like I say, I wish this stuff just didn't fly everywhere when the truck got hit. It'd be so much neater. And it just gets in the way and you've got to tidy it up all the time and just throwing it all around. It's like one of my little bugbears. But you kind of get to... This is my secret compartment here. Something's in the way. There. Alright. Now, I have got fuel canisters. I'm mainly selling these. Like, I'm fueling up good on premium, not really running out. You'd have to grab one of them and go outside of your ship and fuel up. And you just get in your suit, get inside here. Not really worth showing you that, really. Anyway, let's have a look, see what we got. I really wanted a really big 7 jump to dependency loot, but it's only got long distance on it. It's only 700 XP. The 3 trailer one is probably the best, and it is Vexmont, which is a big way to go. Alright, we'll do that one. Alright. I wish when you came to the job board you could just toggle between the maps so I didn't have to jump out of my seat and go here, because like I said, that's not obvious when you start playing the game. Alright. FOV, FOV, you've got to turn around. Right, unhitch. Alright, it's just over there, let's rock and roll. The manual down here is pretty good at explaining stuff, and I don't need to really look at everything, but when your ship's on fire, or there's a warning comes up and you're like, what the hell's that warning? You will be going into the manual. Cargo's way out here. Now you can see this up here is like a road to kind of stay in, and if you do that you won't get any, let's say, bad stuff happening. But this is the first zone, Onyx, so it's just like no problem here. Just not too bad. Now, I am waiting for a call on the main storyline, so it might be a weird... Like, if I didn't change the settings down, I'm sure that would have punctured my ship. Like, it feels like a hot air balloon if you don't change the settings. Right, it's a 3. And it only wants to be picked up from this side. Okay. Let's get it in position. It's right near the thing as well, which is great. Green technology. Why am I so up from it? Can be a little bit slow. As you can see, it's a little bit awkward. Whoops. Why have we got green screen technology in the future? It's a bit daft, isn't it? Now, there is a radio up here that I've not turned on because it's licensed music. And I think that would have damaged it already. Oh, for God's sake, looking at that radio messed me up. Come on! Come on. Nice and easy. Trailer a little bit damaged, that doesn't really matter. As you can see, they're all attached, and when they're all attached like this, such a strange pickup position. If you go too fast, they'll kind of swing left and right, and you've got to kind of fight the truck, you know, to keep it on straight lines. But here we go, there's our first pickup. It's going to bring us a sizable bonuses when we drop it off, and it's right away into zone 4. But we'll oh my god, the brakes! The hell is this heavy? Oh shit, it is heavy! Fuck! I didn't see that. That's why the brakes were crap! We need to back it up big time, because if you don't straighten them up for the warp, they will get damaged! right. Jeez Louise! At least there's no traffic here. Come on, straighten up! So you've kind of got to look up here, like I said, the FFV. Alright, here we go. Beautiful place, look at this. Wow. What a gorgeous area. This is what it's like though, going through the game. You're exploring a lot of cool stuff. Alright, let's get up there to Three Kings. I might hit some stuff on the way, but hang on, I need to plan the route just in case it's giving me a stupid route. Yeah, I think that's okay. So what have I got there? Perishable, which is the fruit, and it gets heat. If I go in a hot zone, it has problems. Lead scrap heavy, drone parts expensive and heavy. So I've got like 3 trailers and they've all got like a mixture of stuff, and that's why it's getting like bonuses. Ooh! See how close that was? Beautiful, beautiful, looks beautiful. Now, whatever you do, don't change the camera, because it can be a little bit of an arse getting back here. Coming into a bit of a... should be up there, not down here. I don't know why I'm down here, but just fly up through it. Be fine. It'll be fine! Now, you can, of course, put the radio on. I don't think there's that many tracks, to be honest, and sometimes it plays one that was on a few songs ago. So the randomization, it randomizes it, and it's broken a little bit. But you could just put some music on your own if you're doing pick up and deliver. It's kind of relaxing. In fact, put up a podcast on, like one of my PC Gamer radio shows. Check the channel out. But I think it's a really, really chill pick up and deliver game. It really is. Storyline, interesting, of course. Upgrading your truck, of course, good. The servicing bit, little bit of a pain in the arse, because you can see the service bar and the damage bar. And, yeah, we're all good. We're all ready for a long distance. Fuel is down. Oh, 21 minutes. Let's keep going. I've got the brakes deadly on this. Look, it's pulling up. Ooh. This is why you play on a gamepad. I think that would be really annoying on a pad. It's not exactly straight. Oh, good. Yeah. Now you notice over there's a locked area. That's the last area I need to get in. It's the last part of the storyline. And as I'm going up to tier 4 now, you'll see how I just can't fly around like a truck. I've actually got to become a bit more disciplined because it gets too dangerous. And this is, I think it's the last safe zone. Because when I go to Spark City, it starts to get pretty hairy. And you've got to kind of follow the trucks where they're going, especially if there's no obvious route. Alright, swing it around. This is fairly quick. This place is like lots of points come to this zone, so it's like a little bit of a freeway area. Come on! Oh! It's so heavy! Wow, 505,000 kilos! That was heavier than my asteroid! I'm not surprised it turned so bad! Stressing me out, the braking on this. And this is what I like about it, because depending on what you're picking up, it does.
Breaker for Lucky J. Thought you might want an update on those Novadex suits.
Oh, this could be a spoiler.
Could be a spoiler. Evidence of a laundry list of crimes they've committed. Ooh. Negligence, non-compliance, laundering, the list goes on. And when you add the reactor incident in New Aspen, well, those execs are facing substantial prison time. You know they were even lobbying against repairs to the old jump gate in Three Kings? In fact, that's actually why I gave you a shout. I need a reliable trucker for a special job. If you're interested, head over to Edgeburg and I'll give you the rundown.
Edgeburg!
Once again, thanks for everything, LJ.
That's the worst, one of the worst zones in the game. For moving around in. It's horrible. Now, it's just locked in that storyline. I'm actually doing this big delivery, thank you very much. So, now you'll see New Aspen there. Kind of can't get to it, can I? So there is a little bit of a detour to Tommy's Bar. Let's head over there. I wish the people that talk to you, I know you can, you know, you're just talking to them on a mic, but it'd be nice to see their face and stuff like that. I mean, the faceless voices, and sometimes they say "meet me here," and you don't see what they look like. I mean, it's an indie game, you know. They didn't have whatever, but I think it's a fantastic indie game. And like one mission left to do the story. It'd be interesting if the expansion pack came out and had more stories in the zone, expanded the space zone out a bit, tier 4 heavy stuff, bigger stuff. You know, would be nice to get some more stuff. That's so fast. Slow it down. Speed camera coming up. I'm going to break it. You need... There's a skin you can unlock if you get 200 tickets. No, 100 tickets. Sorry. FOV! FOV! Cargo, okay. Trailer's got a bit of damage then, but again, trailer doesn't offer anything. Trailer can go to 0, it's fine. Oh, for God's sake! Alright, that's straight enough. Notice your clock as well on the deck here in the cabin.
Checkpoint. Please be patient while we check for compliance with local regulations.
I'm only 3 jumps away, I think now. Yeah, 2 jumps away, so I'll get across fairly quick with those express routes.
Results are satisfactory. Have a great day.
Sometimes you're asked to weigh your truck because of the stuff that you're selling, and when I'm on these missions, especially long haul, I just can't be arsed taking them to the trailer station and just pay them 1,000. I've had to put the fines down because it would have been even more, but it just gets in the way, especially on a long distance, like you're doing 9 jumps and you're getting weighed too many times. Ah! FOV! You only kind of respect the areas in level 4. You just can't do what I'm doing in level 4. It's because I'm like going over 100 in these zones. You want to be taking it a little bit easier if you're Oh, what? There's the what we're coming in. This thing rolling around like a snake at the back. Calm yourself down, boy. The fruit, though, 100%. Not bad for temperature control going this way. It's fairly cold. You see it on the dash. Minus 120. What are you bring? No! I'm in my comfort zone! Straighten it out, baby! Alright, this is a fairly interesting zone. Doesn't look that dangerous, you might think. Let's do the scanner. Yeah, not too bad. You can find stuff like that down there. It's something you can get out of your ship and bring items back. I wish it was get out of your ship, grab the box, bring it back, open the box, instead of get out your ship, go and grab one thing, bring it in your ship, go back, grab another thing, go back to your ship, grab another thing! And, I mean, you don't have to collect everything, you just can collect the stuff that you think is expensive, but, yeah, so on these zones, you're kind of looking for the route that the game has put out for you. Just be careful because things can fly into them areas and hit your ship and stuff like that. Anything that's that big, no matter how much armor you've got or how much your settings are on low, you're going to puncture your ship if something big hits. I'm doing 180 with 3 in the back. They're going to be flying around. Let's see if I can get a ticket. I've got to get up here though for to get a ticket. I need to see the camera. Camera, 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 camera! Oh! Oh! I want to get that skin! I don't know how many tickets I've had. Yeah. You can find how to unlock stuff by going to the shops, basically, that update your ship. Spray paint shops or customization. They'll tell you how to unlock stuff. Right, last jump. So this is the bread and butter of the game, is pick up and deliver, A to B. Like I said, sometimes you're planning your route a bit more efficient, avoiding zones that you don't want to go through, and all that stuff. One of the annoying things you'll find is to go to the shops, it's kind of, you know, go to the shop, go for the job. It's like, can be a little bit of a thing that you just can't do it in once. Can't just, you know, dock and go to the shop and look at the jobs at the same time. Little bit of a bugbear in mind that you've got to go to both of them. Is there a warning here? There is a warning here. Pretty clear around here, actually. Right. I need to get up to that side window because I'm a trucker. Bring it round nice and slow. Level it out. Look, it's still swinging. The snake. Stay in the side. I'm going to put the brakes on as soon as they get in. And unhitch. Well, there we go, baby. Lots of bonuses and tons of money. 48,000 for that. All those bonuses kicking in. Wow. Careless driving. Puh. Alright, very good. Let's go to the skills. Of course, it's going to be Fragile 2! Unlock new loads for the road. Trying to get this one here. I know I've got a story to do, but that won't give me any experience. So I've got to keep doing these long distance oversized loads to really bring in the bananas, because 9,000 XP for the next level up. When I do a long distance one, there can be as like 10,000 XP, so you can potentially get one level up off one mission if you get it right. You want to be picking up missions from Solitude. They are often bring it to Onyx, which is over here. And you'll probably want to take this bottom route here because it's so much nicer to take if you're taking something big. Because coming that route that I just did, Aspen, Spark City, Three Kings, Atlas. I know it's shorter, but if you've got something big, it can be hard taking it. Like I said, this road at the bottom's nice. You kind of learn all this. Hell's Pocket is kind of a horrible zone, and you have to go there in a mission. And you're glad you didn't go there before. Anyway, this final mission it's going to bring me to this final sector out here, and then I'm going to continue playing it actually after I finish the storyline, because I really want to keep pushing. There's like an achievement to get level 50, and I'm just wondering what's going to happen when I max this out, because you're going to max this out at level 35. And I don't know what there is late game as well, because I've been doing loads of side missions, obviously, to level up to rank 1. Like I said, the main missions don't give you any of this, and I want to just bring it to Games Pass. And if you look at the achievements for this game, I don't know why I've got to come here to look at this, but, you know, reach rank 50, hardly anyone who's played the game's got this. Now here you'll see complete 5 jobs for Evercrop. Why is that not in the game to kind of give you it as something to track? Why have I got to track it here? You can see I've not done any of these missions with Evercrop, Q-Star, Planito Metals, Double 5, Cloverleaf. Who are these? So I'm thinking this is just end game stuff. Once I've done the storyline, maybe these companies are going to open up and they're going to be, I'm theory crafting here, they could be super big missions where you get a lot of money, experience. But you can see like massively low percentage of people have done this, and I think it's because it's the late game. And so I don't know why I've got to come to achievements to find out more content in the game that I want to bang out. This make 100,000 from trading. You're more likely to get that money by scanning and getting out your ship and just finding stuff. Because you can find boxes worth 5 grand. You only need 20 of them. You can find stuff that's illegal that bring you more money. So if you really wanted to bust that space hustler, you just need to get out your ship and do it. You know, I might do that. I might go for that. It's 50 achievement points just for fun. And again, I'm enjoying the game and doing this stuff, so that's kind of why I want to do it. Completed one last job for GB. That's what I'm doing now. 0%. 0.42 of gamers have unlocked this, so not many people have actually played through the storyline of the game. And if you look, then these jobs for these other companies, no one's even known about them. So, and then some secret achievements. I think one of these secret achievements is going to be complete the game, the storyline. 11% have done that. I think these other two ones probably get 100 speeding tickets. I don't know what these are, these locked ones. Why did you tell us about them? I just can't think what they would be. Or one of them might be to travel a gazillion miles in the game, and the other one might be earn $1 million or something like that. But I think again, that might still secret. But again, you've got to come to this to find that stuff out. So yeah, there's Star Trucker. I am eagerly awaiting Outer Worlds 2, which if I go to see in store, another 21 days for that beast. So yeah, Star Trucker. Brilliant. Really enjoyed my time. I'm 20 hours plus in it. There's these golden cones to find as well out in the zone. That could be a secret, actually, to unlock. We've got 3 of them to do. Take a drink. Of course, there's... you can find out more stuff in the zones here. Cargo that's restricted. I've got map key here to make it more interested. And yeah, so I think, you know, because I love Star Citizen, if you like doing cargo missions, this could be the game for you while you're waiting for more, you know, you want to break from Star Citizen, but you still want to experience that similar. I think this one is a great filler for that, where you can, you know, get your meat into this game and start doing deliveries around this verse. And like I say, you're doing jobs for all these people in a connected storyline, and often these have many steps before you'll finish it. These arrows upgrade your ship, for example, shield shocking, shudders for extreme temps, the scanner, which you've seen me use, and the hidden compartment. So yeah, your ship gets upgraded that way. And it says that they're ready to help in any situation when you get to this stage here. Don't know what that means. I'll find out, but I didn't really want to come and do a WTF is this game with everything known, so it kind of shows you that I'm still excited to finish stuff off, and I'm really looking forward to getting those mystery jobs with 0.1% of people have found, which I want to hunt that stuff down is true. Alright, pick up the controller now. Where am I? Solitude is my destination. That's where I'm heading, peeps. So, let me just save it here. I'm rocking on 21 hours, 35 minutes played, peeps! And I think this is a game you're going to absolutely love if you like pick up and deliver. You can get a little bit of annoyed, like you heard me with the the field of view. Sometimes it can be a pain reversing into stuff, especially areas that you're looking for jobs and stuff. But even though it has these little greebles, you kind of get over them and you just kind of enjoy picking up the big loads and moving them. So for me, I highly recommend it. It scratches that itch for transport delivery in a space where, and it's so relaxing and interesting, beautiful areas to find, and reasons to get outside of your ship as well to collect stuff. So yeah, if you've played this or you're interested in it, you like the video, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Give the thumbs up to the video and think about subscribing on the channel, as I do like to play games that are always recommended. I don't usually show you stuff that I don't like, but there we go. A banger. It's a banger of a game, and I highly recommend you check it out. So thank you so much for listening. This is PCGamer Radio. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the Star Trucker world. Beep, beep. Well, thanks for watching. And if you remember, you can please subscribe and like the video. And don't remember, you can also hit the bell for notices on the channel. Yeah, we've also got a Twitter you can see on our banner, so check that out too. So take care and bye-bye.